Hello. I'm just adjusting my seat. Oh, the gas is gone in this chair. Maybe you guys could just come down to my level. Anyways, today I want to do a video because I got to cosplay Greg from Over the Garden Wall, which is one of my favorite cartoons. I watched it last, I think November-ish. I can't remember exactly when, but ever since I watched it, I love that show. My friend Cameron, how I knew about the show was my friend Cameron. He posted on my wall and said, "Hey, check out this trailer for this show. Like, I think you'll like it." And I was like, "Oh, that looks alright." So I checked it out and I loved it. And my favorite character on the show was Greg. He was he's a little brother. He wears like I think it's a teapot on his head, and he dresses like this, like in overalls. You guys can see. Let's see if you can see. I don't know if that's gonna work. Can you see the mirror? Yeah. Oh, there we are. Oh, something like that. Okay, you can see. Here's my feet. Whoa, and backwards. Overall. Why is it so hard? Wow. Hello. You get the gist. And and I've got a bag. Oh, and the most important part. Jason Funderburger that I made last night and the night before I put it together. It's so cute. It's the cutest thing ever. Alright, I'm gonna put this back on. So, oh yes. So this weekend was Supanova, and I've done Saturday. Today was the first day, and I went as Greg, and I wanted to go as Greg ever since I watched Over the Garden Wall. I had this idea in my head like, oh, I really like Greg. I want to cosplay Greg, and that was about as far as it went. And so, as Supernova came closer, I was thinking, okay. And I started to tell people that I was going to cosplay Greg when they asked, like, do you have anything in mind? I'm like, okay, yeah. And so, as it got closer, I kind of like Googled like how other people did it, and I found out they bought like a teapot, a plastic Disney teapot, and then they spray painted it, and it turned out pretty cool. And I was like, so I bought one off eBay, this Disney teapot toy one, and spray painted it. So the thing I really love about cosplay and is like learning new skills. Like I really enjoy a lot of aspects of cosplay in that I like the actual wearing the costume and going to conventions and like the whole experience of that, which I'll talk about in the second part of this video. But the first part of the cosplay that I love is just learning to kind of do new things. Like because of cosplay, I've gone to Spotlight. I've bought spray paint, spray painted this thing. I mean, it was clear when I first bought it, and now it looks really turned out really well. I'm really happy with it. And just using my brain to how to piece together these outfits and stuff, and there's things like this. Like I don't think I knew how to sew, and then I have this sewing machine that I got from actually I got half of it from cash from just making YouTube videos and stuff. So, and then I thought I'd buy like sewing machine, and I bought one, and I used it once last year for my Lumpy Space Princess outfit, but I haven't used it since then. And then just yesterday and today I made like this thing, not this thing, it's Jason Funderburger, well that's one of his names. This frog, it's so cool. I drew out the pattern, which I've thrown away now, on this piece of paper, and did all this stuff. I'll upload a video of like when as I was making it and stuff like that. But I feel so happy. Like it's weird because like a week before the convention, I've been busy with being part of A Bunch of Pirates, this show that we're doing for the comedy festival, and also that and just kind of stuff. And this Supernova cosplay thing was kind of like an extra thing that was kind of just in my head. Like you know how like when you've got something on, like you can't really relax and do other things until this is done. Like as this got closer, it was kind of like mounting that I should make this thing, or you know what I mean, like. And I was thinking to myself, is it worth it? Like, do I really need to do that, or can I just rock up to the convention and not have a costume and stuff like that? But then I look back and just like PAX, for instance, like because I cosplayed with Donovan and Merv, I met awesome people like Annalise, yeah, just met some awesome people. And and yeah, just had such a fun experience, and just also yeah had a yeah it made it gives the whole convention a different dimension when you cosplay and make things. It's so much fun. But the night before, I mean, doing this, I thought I was like ahead of schedule. Like all I had to, like I'd made most of the front already, and then like last night I made the rest of it and did it, and I was up to like 2:30 in the morning, just doing this and that just for the costume. And also this whole thing about like because I had Tai Chi in the morning to go to, and then I also had the convention, and then at night I had the play that I was doing. So I had three things. So I had to, and I didn't want to drive anywhere, so I wanted public transport. So I had to work out like bags to carry and stuff like that. And but it all worked out. It all worked. I mean, today I was carrying like shopping bags and stuff, but it worked out so well. The day was like just exact everything that I wanted it today. Like it just happened. It was the best ever. So yeah, I was just thinking to myself like was it worth it? But yes, it is. Like just making this costume was so much fun. And okay, now let's get into the actual wearing of it. It was so much fun. Like because when I picked Greg from Over the Garden Wall, I didn't expect anybody to know what it was because it seems like to me like it's a show that not many people have heard about, and just I always get surprised when someone hears about it, and yeah, I didn't expect anybody to recognize what it was, but then I think it was somewhere along the line, someone asked for a photo, and then after that, throughout the day, people would come up and ask for a photo with it, and they were really excited when they spotted it, and the cool thing was, as soon as they knew who I was, I knew that these people like Over the Garden Wall, and I instantly it was like this bond, and we were like, oh my god, the show's awesome, and they're like, yeah, it's awesome. Like, I'll show you some photos as well. Like, how cool was it? I was there was one moment when I was with a group of friends, and Samantha Pierce was there, and she saw two people, Disney, other characters from Disney. I think Sleeping Beauty, and she went as Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, and there was Prince Charming and another princess, and she was like, oh, and she spotted them like 20 meters away, and she's like, oh, I need to get a photo with him. And so I went with her, and then I took a photo for her. And as I was taking the photo, these people came up to me and they're like, oh, and I knew as soon as I saw it, because Greg's brother Wirt, he wears like this like a cape, or I think Cameron's is like a nurse's cloak or something like that, but it's blue, and he's got this red cone. Another thing I need to go back to about how this outfit came together, just and then like and I was like, oh my gosh, Wirt, and it fit in because they had a Wirt, and I think one of the girls was Beatrice, I think, because she was in the same colors, and so I had a photo with them. It was so cool. I'll show you. I need to show you the photo with Wirt and Beatrix. I really love the photos I had with the Wirts. It was like my brothers. It was the coolest. So that's the photo with that's me in the middle, and Jason Funderburger, and Wirt. My finger won't reach. Wirt and Beatrice. Okay. And then just a photo of the brothers. That's cool. That's us. Yeah. So cool. Yep. So about the outfit, it just came together so well. Like I couldn't have planned it better, and it just was all by chance basically. So much of it was just by chance. Like with the overalls, I was considering, because I wanted to sew something, and I was considering sewing the overalls, but at the same time I had this idea. I wasn't even looking for these overalls, I was looking for something else. So I went to this retro clothing store in the city, and the first thing I saw when I saw that, I was like, what? Green overalls. And I was like, how often do you see green overalls? Like, you know? And so the shop was closing that day, like for the, like 5 o'clock or whatever. So, but I quickly like grabbed it and just went to the change room, chucked it on, and it fit. I was like, I mean, come on, how's it? It fit. And then, so I just bought it, and I just left it in the closet. I didn't even try all the pieces. And then I was looking for tights, because Greg kind of had these socks that are like tights, but the thing is, Target, where I had bought my tights for the Lucky Space Princess, which had the purple tights last time, didn't even have white tights this time, so I didn't end up getting tights. So I kept looking around, and then as I was going home, I thought Rebel. and then I thought I'd check it out if they've got footy socks, and they did. They had these footy socks, which were like perfect. See these footy socks? They're perfect, and they actually came already rolled up like this. See this bit here that's rolled? They already came like that. So I slipped it on, right? It got to there, and then yesterday or whatever day, I think it was last night, I tried on the overalls, and then I was like, let's just try tucking it in, because I was initially just going to wear the overalls over, right? But I thought, let's just try tucking it in and see what happens. So I tucked it underneath, and it actually just worked so well. So it's got the look of what Greg has with those long white socks, and then it's kind of the buffy kind of edge thing. And it just happened. I didn't even plan it. It just kind of fell into place. Like at the last minute, like I was trying on this thing on at like 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning last night. And if something wasn't going to work, it was not going to work, but it just did work. And this frog, I was really, really tempted to, if I had seen a really good frog to buy, I probably would have ended up buying it. Like, I mean, because part of me wanted to make something, because I was going to make this Peter Pan collar for a shirt, but I ended up like, I'll just look for it. I couldn't, yeah, I couldn't do it. I don't know. I was going to do it, but then I ended up just saying, oh, I'll just search for a shirt. And this was like from a school uniform store. They had one, and they sent it. And online you got to check the sizing and stuff. And so I had to measure and everything, and it came. And I didn't even try it on when it came. I think I tried on just last night as well, and it fit. It fit right, and the collar's just the right type of collar, not the straight collar. And this ribbon, I had never tried ribbon on before, but I went to like a $2 store and looked at a zillion different black ribbons and ended up picking this one. I didn't try it on until last night and just tied it, and yes, it's perfect. And this bra, he turned out just how I like him. Like I wanted him. And even the material that I've ended up buying, it jumped out at me when I was in Spotlight. This green material, it's more costly than the other ones, and I got heaps of it, and I only needed a little bit of it, which I didn't know. So I think it's better to have more, I guess, so then run out. So I love it. He's so cool. So cool. And even with this guy, I didn't even know how I was going to quite make it until I started making it. It was like one of those things where it was like, yeah, I wanted to make it, but nothing was happening until I just sat down and started. I think that's a lesson for myself, to just start things, like just start cutting things and drawing things, and it will just take shape as you do things. Like it's a lesson I learn and I keep forgetting. Like he got created because I just started to do things like, and as I was doing it, ideas would come. Like suddenly I got the idea to do how I was going to do this. So initially I was going to make him all this green stuff and then put this layer over it. But then I figured it'd be easier just to have the light green, dark green, and then the light green bit sewed on separately first. And it turned out really well. He's got the stripes. I love the stripes, and he's got the mouth, the eyes. I was initially going to get, I actually bought the plastic eyes, then I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to use this, and it just looks really cool. I love it. And you should feel him. He's so huggable and stuff. Oh yeah, I'll show you more pictures of me with other words. I spotted another word in line. So that's us. Fantastic, love it. So yeah, I had the best time. So just hanging out with my friends, like that was a lot of fun, so much fun. Oh, I have to talk about Annalise as well, like my friend that I met in PAX, Annalise. I met her at PAX, and then I became friends with her on Facebook, and we just chat every now and then. And like she has a cosplay page that I'm a fan of, and I'm always like Goo and Gaga over her photos on that because they're amazing. So we do chat a little bit on that, but I hadn't seen her since PAX, and I wanted to see her today. Like I thought it'd be really cool, especially tomorrow because she's going as Leona, and that's my favorite character from League of Legends. So hopefully I can see her tomorrow as well. But I was walking along, and I was kind of thinking, wonder where she was, but I didn't actually. And I messaged her to say that I was here, but and where are you and stuff. And I was walking along, and then someone tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, and there she was. She's like, it was so cool. And then we had I'll show you photos since I'm here. It was really funny, because look, yeah, that's the photo of us, right? Look at her there. Can you see her? When I was posing, I was like trying to, let's make a nice photo. I was like trying to do a nice smile, And then I didn't know what she was doing until I looked at the photo, like at the end of the day when I was leaving, and she's like, So cool. So yeah, that's awesome. So what else to talk about? Oh yeah, it's so cool that I got to be Greg. Another thing, some other things that people when they came up to me, I'd be walking and all of a sudden someone says, Greg, Greg, and I was like, ah. And then this girl came up and she got a photo of me and then she said, "Oh, my friend really wants to find you," and she's the female Edward from Full Metal Alchemist, and she goes, "Oh, she'll be spewing that she didn't get see." She said stuff like that, and oh, we had signatures. A group of us had signatures with Spike and Cordelia from Buffy. And first of all, just a side note, I got to tell Spike that he's awesome. Yes, shook his hand. And Cordelia, I told her that she's my favorite, and she's like, yeah. She was like, awesome. And both of them said, I like your costume. So cool. Feels good. Feels really, 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 really good. And another one, another when I was walking around, another girl came up to me and said, and then they got a photo with me, and then she says, oh, we love Greg. We're always quoting you. And I'm like, yes, these people love it. So good. Yeah, every time I meet an Over the Garden Wall fan, I'm really happy. And it's like this costume is a magnet for like Over the Garden Wall because then if they see it and they like it, you know that they like Over the Garden Wall. Oh, and Rosalie, one of our friends, has been meaning to watch it, but after she saw that costume and she saw people excited talking about it, she's really keen to watch it as well, which is really cool. Yeah. So Supernova was fantastic. Now that I've done it, of course I'm glad I did it. But before I did it, I was thinking to myself, is this necessary? Like, all this staying up, to early hours of the morning doing it. Yeah, but it was. It was really, really good. And now I have a souvenir that I made. I made him. I made him. I made him. He can, I don't know, he can stay in my car or something. I don't know, but he's so soft. You should feel him. And I made him. Oh my gosh. All it took was time, lack of sleep, and loss of sleep. And yeah. Okay, I think that is all I want to say about my experience being Greg. But I think it was so much fun being Greg. I love that character. He is so awesome. Can't get enough of him. Alright, I think that's all. Alright, see you guys.